Hey everybody, remember that video or the cartoon we used to watch back in the early 80s? Beverly Hills Teens? Every time I see Cleo de Nile, I always, in my mind, think of her voice as being the girl in Beverly Hills Teens that had the dark hair. The one's like, she was more snobby, stuck up, and always angry about everything, and that's the way I felt Cleo de Nile was. So, I don't know about you, but I think in a way these girls are kind of mixing Beverly Hills Teens, that really great show, with Universal Monsters. Kind of like we got Ghostbusters mixed up with Beverly Hills Teens, and this is what happened. But either way, when these dolls came out, they caught my attention like no other doll ever caught my attention before. I was like, man, you're taking something that I cannot imagine little girls would want to play with, and you're making it, I don't know, it just was amazing. It was perfect, and it was completely drawn toward, it was meant for me, is what I feel like. Now, I'm not a huge monsters fan, but there are certain monsters I really do like. And of course, I always grew up watching all those, just like you did. All right, so this is Cleo de Nile, and this is the Real Drama, R-E-E-L Drama, which of course you see that probably I'll make it the video name. That's a wrap. Cleo de Nile isn't just another Monster High royalty. She sits on the cinematic throne too. I know I go to the throne at least every day. And rules the screen in scare-tastic style. Now, each one of these is made to look like they are coming out of a black and white film from like all the Universal monsters were, except they get one elemental color each. And she gets, of course, gold. And I love what G3 is doing with her. I didn't care for G1 Cleo as much. I did love everything that she did. It was Egyptian, like her furniture, everything about her. I love the Egyptian stuff. But overall, she wasn't my favorite until G3. And now that they're giving her less Caucasian skin, like they're giving them less human skin colors, I guess you can say, and giving them even more monster colors, which I personally like. That way you can't feel like you have to relate to any of them. I mean, I never related as a kid to, well, maybe I did. I did have a few He-Man action figures and stuff like that I always pretend like were me. Like John from Chips, that action figure was me. So yeah, I can understand that, though at the same time I don't think we should be ever limited by that. So I do like how they're giving her more of a, like, she's gold, Egyptian gold. When you think of Egypt, you think of gold. They were the first people, or the most prominent people. Do you think of lots of gold, like King Tut, gold. So here she is. We're going to go, first off, she came with her card. I'll zoom out or go back a little bit like this so you can see it. I think it's interesting that hers came in a plastic bag. Not sure why, but it did. Cleo de Nile's came in a bag, while Laguna Blues did not. Can't tell you why. She also comes with a little miniature version. So in case you don't want to put up this one on your, and I'm not going to put these up in my house, and not because I'm ashamed, I just don't have any room for them really. She comes with a little one, so you can put it in her dollhouse. Now, I would love to make a shoebox or whatever for every one of my dolls, but I would have not enough room. It'd just be absolutely awesome if we can have it. And I thought about, wouldn't it be cool? This box is so pretty. It's got that apple feel to it, where it's got glossy and satin. Like there's definitely a high sheen gloss here, and then this is a more satin finish. It'd be cool if I can get this laminated, and then like the vinyl cases that we had when we were kids back in the 70s. Turn this into a vinyl case for her. But I do have a golden box that I use that I got from Hobby Lobby. All right, so here she is. Now, before I go any further with her, I want to tell you that she does have her pet snake. I can't remember his name. Was it Mark Anthony? Julius Squeezer? I can't remember. The snake, let's talk about it real quick. It has a diamond tail. So it's not a diamond head. Well, it does have a diamond head. It's also got a diamond tail. It's got some jewelry it's wearing around its neck and a crown on its head. It also has those golden color eyes. Other than that, it's not in a green color like the original. And she does come with a stand with a top and bottom made in knot colors, just kind of gray and white or gray and clear. And you can stand your dolls on it, like we see Laguna back there chilling. Man, my camera, it's really hot and humid today, so maybe my camera is like being affected by the humidity because it's really crazy. All right, so let's zoom in, if I can get her to zoom in and get it focused on her. Now here she is, straight out of the G1, very first day we ever saw her, but her colors are now black and white with golden eyes and golden hair and gold tinsel in her hair. So she's got that black and gold look, which I love. You know that if I can wear any colors, if my superhero suit had any colors, it would be black with a gold trim around it. And also my alternate mode is a jet. I always imagine myself as a transformer. She has those earrings, which are like 3 things dangling. I'm not sure what they're called, but you see them in some of the art. She also has a little tattoo on her face right here. My camera, again, is having a hard time adjusting to this humidity we're having. And that black lipstick. Going down, we see that she is wearing a silver and sparkly lame top. She's got a silverish band around her arm, which comes down too often. She's also got another piece right here. And back then, they didn't make the skin, you know, like the plastic. They made all the plastic the same on all the dolls, except for, you know, Laguna Blue had those little arms with the webs, you know, the fins coming off and the webbed hands. So she was a little different. But these girls, they give them all the same. And just for the wrappings, they made it a cloth thing that she wore. And same thing for her legs. There's no plastic, you know, their legs are exactly the same as all the other girls, basically. And the bodies, they didn't have any body diversity. They all had the same bodies because that was just the model back then. Nowadays, everything you get is a different one. And you nearly, I don't know how you can get fashions to fit properly any of the modern dolls, but oh well. I do like there's different ones. I'm not nagging about that. So her top, it's a wraparound. It goes over the, it's a separate piece underneath. It's like a bodysuit. And her neck piece is Velcroed on. And this piece is Velcroed around the back of the other piece, which is also Velcroed. She's got a mesh right here. And this was gold originally, I think. But it's definitely silver now. She's also got her Walkman, which is nice. She has some accessories. So actually, I don't think it's a Walkman. I think it was a cell phone. That's what it is. I was thinking it was a Walkman since it's on her leg, which is a weird place to put it. But I don't know. I guess she had no pockets to put it in. Originally, I thought she came with a purse and some other things. I don't remember this at all. So this may be something they added to it for whatever reasons. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see what it is. Because I didn't even notice until just now. I thought it was like some kind of piece of fashion. So it's like almost like a pager or something. It's, you know, the old, almost like a flip phone, that kind of thing going on. Personally, I think it's a distraction. So I'm going to take it off and put it down. And of course the wraps are part of the suit because she was in wraps. All right, her shoes, there's obviously a left foot and a right foot, and they are also like wraps. So these were her first shoes, just they repainted of them, and they weren't nearly as good. Like she did not put on the bling bling until later, and her shoes got so much better with every release after this. So this was humble beginnings for her, which is interesting to think about, because she is, you know, a daughter of Pharaoh. Was it Amenhotep was her dad? I don't remember. But the whole family was really cool. They made the whole family at one time. They just made them with very bad articulation. All right, speaking of articulation, she's got a ball jointed head like all Barbies and fashion dolls do now. Not always. We used to have back in the 70s, remember we had the Malibu Barbies, which had left to right only. And before that, of course, I just remember Malibu Barbie being one of my first ones. She has armpit action, goes up to there and it goes around 360 degrees. Her arm can swivel to rotate like a bicep swivel, but at the elbow. And she also rotates or bends 90 degrees at the elbow. She has slapping action. So in case her boyfriend gets fresh, she can slap him beside the head. And she also can swivel at the waist. There's nothing in the articulation in the body. Now, originally, if you got the original ones, you know that they had a rubber band or elastic body frame right there. So they can go much farther, but she can only go this far apart because it's a ball joint inside now. They don't use the other type because it's too expensive, I guess. She can fully sit down, and she can go back farther. even though she's got a little bit of a butt there, but it's more like a V joint, so it can go back, but it's also limited. And her knees bend the full 90 degrees, so she can sit down very properly. So there are 5 to choose from at my store I know of. Her, obviously my favorite girl over here. This is my favorite G3 girl. My favorite G1 girl is Laguna Blue. Draculaura, never really cared for her that much. I mean, I like Draculaura just as much as anyone does. They have her, they have Frankenstein, which I like Frankenstein now even more than before because I just like that robotic leg. I think it's really cool. And then, Claudine Wolf, which I have not liked. I've tried to find one. Now, there was one I saw, and when I got there, it was a place for $15 on clearance, and it was all gone. I was like, dang. They're like, well, we checked, and there's one in Whiteville. I'm like, I'm not driving an hour to Whiteville. Forget it. It's not that important, but she does have all purple hair, which I thought was pretty. Because the Claudine Wolf so far, I've just not found one I really am happy with. I do have one because she came with that set. What's it called? It was the 5 or 6 pack, but they made it at Christmas the very first year these came out from Walmart. All right, and there she is on her stand. And let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, which one did you actually get, and just let me know if you came by and just say, hey, what's up? I like to hear from my other fellow adult collectors for these fashion figures that I don't really know if they ever made these for children. I know that children snagged onto them, of course, because they watch what we do and they mimic what we do. You know, it's like, mommy, I want to be like mommy, I want to be like daddy. I understand. And I forgot to share this last time. I was going to put this in the video with her because I thought that was so adorable. There is a mummy one of these and a Dracula one and a Bride of Frankenstein and a Frankenstein one. There's 5 of these little bobblehead guys at my Five Below for $5. But of course, Good Luck Bear is one of my favorite bears, but Funshine Bear is my favorite, but they did not make one of him. I think he's just too happy for them, or too yellow or something, I don't know. But this one, I like the creature from the Black Lagoon. It's my favorite of any of the Universal monsters. And second to him is, of course, Metaluna. And I was going to also do this in my last video, but I'm also going to do this video. One of the things I also like about this is we're talking about black and white. So we got the black and white for her. This is her dad. I guess it's $1 for dad. And then here's a picture of, here's her dad. So I guess we do some kind of, like, put her in the background. They can, here we go. Now they're the same size, see? He's just blurry for some reason. So yeah, there we go. So she can have like a doll of her dad or whatever. I don't know. But this is her dad, according to the, the myths. Here's Claudine Wolf's dad in black and white. And yes, I do have them in their normal colors. So I have the Creature of the Black Lagoon, this, and then the Burger King one. And then the mummy, I actually have him in the sarcophagus in the color version. And then for Frankie's mom and dad, I got Frankie's mom in the black and white and Frankie's dad. I do have Frankie's mom somewhere else, but I don't know what happened to it. And it was a completely different mold than this one. This is the original ones that didn't have the holes in the feet. And the new ones have holes in their feet. And Claudine Wolf's, this is the original Funko ones without the holes. This is the newer ones that are the black and white ones. They are a different mold. Oh yeah, and Draculaura we have, this is the Burger King one. I love these. These are so fantastic. And this is actually the original Funko Pop, or not Funko Pop, Funko, what do they call it? Reaction 77. They had too many different people in the name. Invisibility's dad. So Invisibility was a character. You know one they never made one of? Not to my knowledge. If you have any idea if they made one, I missed it. Let me know in the comments. But we have Metaluna here. And I know most people don't think of the aliens as part of the collection, but he's part of the Universal Monsters. So this is the Metaluna from the poster version. And one other thing, if you like spooky stuff, I'm not into spooky stuff. I just happen to like the Addams Family and Monsters when I was growing up, and this just fills that void right there. You also have this. I bought it at the Dollar General, not Dollar Tree. So I didn't pay $1.25. I bought $1 for it. Dollar Gen. See, Doll Gen? And I like black cats and I like skulls. So hope you guys are having a great day. And let me know in the comments below if you got one of these girls. If you can only get one of them, which one would you get? And which ones did you actually end up getting? Because I said I'm going to just get 2 for now because I'm not super rich. And I got to start saving a little bit of money here and there. Thanks for watching. And y'all have a great and fantastic and fabulous day.